I'm going to solve this linear system by graphing. In this case, I'm going to determine the x and y intercepts of the graphs of both equations. To do that, for both equations, I'm going to let x equal 0 and solve for y. In other words, I'm going to get the y intercepts for both equations. Then I'm going to let y equal 0 and solve for x. In other words, I'm going to determine the x-intercepts for both equations. X plus 4y equals 8, I'll call that equation 1. 2x minus y equals 7, I'll call that equation 2. So let's consider equation 1. X plus 4y equals 8. So I'm going to let x equal 0 and solve for y. So if I let x equal 0, I'm going to get 0 plus 4y equals 8. 0 plus 4y is 4y, so I get 4y equals 8. 4y means 4 times y, so to get y by itself, I've got to divide the left-hand side by 4. But if I divide the left-hand side by 4, I must divide the right-hand side by 4 as well. 4 divided by 4 is 1 times y is just y on the left, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So in the first equation, when I let x equal 0, I got y equals 2. So this will be the y-intercept for the graph associated with equation number 1. Now I'll let y equal 0 in equation number 1. So x plus 4y equals 8, so I got to let y equal 0 this time. 4 times 0 is 0. X plus 0 is x, so I get x equals 8. So this will be the x-intercept of the graph associated with equation number 1. Now let's consider equation 2. 2x minus y equals 7. So I've got to let x equal 0. So if I let x equal 0, that's what I get. 2 times 0 is 0, minus y equals 7. 0 minus y is negative y equals 7. Negative y really is negative 1 times y. So to get y by itself, I've got to divide the left-hand side here by negative 1. But if I divide the left-hand side by negative 1, I must divide the right-hand side by negative 1 as well. Negative y divided by negative 1 is just y. 7 divided by negative 1 is negative 7. So this will be the y-intercept of the graph associated with equation 2. Now I'll let y equal 0 in equation number 2. If I let y equal 0, I get 2x minus 0 equals 7. 2x minus 0 is just 2x, so I get 2x equals 7. To get x by itself, this is really 2 times x, so I'm going to divide the left-hand side by 2 to get x by itself, but if I divide the left-hand side by 2, I must divide the right-hand side by 2 as well. 2 divided by 2 is going to give me 1 times x is just x, so I get x equals 7 over 2. So this will be the x-intercept of the graph associated with equation number 2. So let's plot these points. So let's focus in on equation number 1 first. The y-intercept is at y equals 2, which would be right here. The x-intercept is at x equals 8, which would be right here. So let's draw a line for those 2 points. There's a graph for equation number 1. Now, let's plot the y-intercept and x-intercept associated with equation 2. So the y-intercept is negative 7, which is right here. And the x-intercept is 7 over 2. And 7 over 2 is 3.5. So that will be right about here. So let's draw a line for those 2 points. So there's the graph for equation number 2. Now, the solution to the linear system is where these 2 lines are intersecting. It appears that they're intersecting right here. X is 4, y is 1. So the solution appears to be x is 4, y is 1.